Hey YouTube, Ben the Bondsman here. So as I've mentioned before, I'm just now getting back into the bonding business. I'm getting back into the swing of things, kind of getting my groove back. And right now what I'm doing is managing a bonding office for a lady that owns a company. And I'm managing the agents and, you know, uh, my biggest role here is to go over the paperwork. So I wanted to make a video, and I'm gonna make more videos on, uh, kind of how to and what I've done in the business and experiences I've had. But I think this video is pretty important. One of the most important pieces of paper in the bonding business is the application. You got agents going to the jails, getting people out, getting information, and the application is one of the key tools to staying in touch with your client, finding your client if they miss court, getting a hold of family members, notifying them of court. I mean, the application is important. And in 17 years in this industry, I have seen applications this long with literally a name on it and no other information. And that's just agents being lazy. And then you wind up having to look for that person. Somebody will hand somebody like me the file and say, man, I got to pay this off in 3 days. I need you to find this person tomorrow. I'm like, I have a name. And then there's the bond that has a little bit more information on it. It has a name and the charges. So now it makes my job harder because I got no references, no leads, nothing to go on. So when you're at the jail filling out this application, fill it out. Every blank should be full. All right. So when you're getting people out and they're sitting in front of you, well, first, while you have them on the phone and they're promising you their firstborn child to get out of jail, and you're asking them questions, you need to ask them, do you have 5 references that we can put on the application? Are you employed? Ask them questions. People are more forthcoming while they're in jail on the end of that phone, unless they're just con artists, which we get a lot of those too. But you can get a lot of your information for your application before they ever get out of jail, just during the screening process of determining whether or not you're going to be willing to take the chance on them or not. But once they're sitting in front of you, ask them the questions. Ask them the same questions that you asked them while they were still in jail. See if their information changes on you. That's an indication that they're going to lie to you about the rest of the stuff. A lot of times people that are sitting in jail are calling 6 or 7 different bondsmen. They can't remember what they told you and what they told the other guy. So you can verify information that way. Look for inverted phone numbers. They'll give you 5 references, and all 5 references will have the same number, same first 6 digits, and then the last 4 digits they'll just switch up a little bit, or they'll switch a number here or there. Once you get a good eye for it, that's pretty easy to pick out. When they sit in front of you and they're like, I don't really know anybody, to put on there. I don't really mess with anybody like that. Or, what's your parents' name and address? I don't know. I don't really mess with my parents. Like, okay, so you're telling me that you have nobody in your life that will vouch for you. There's nobody in your life that you can put on this application. All right, that person's probably gonna run. They're not being forthcoming with information. Turn them around, put them back in jail. Simple as that, because you're gonna be looking for that guy. I've had them while I'm sitting there filling out the application. I'm like, all right, sir, what is your date of birth? Man, why you need that? I'm a bondsman. I'm your bondsman. I need your information. Man, you don't need my date of birth. You don't need that. You don't need all that. What's your social security number? No, I ain't giving you my social security number. You don't need all that. You know, turn them around, put them back in jail. Say, look, man, call another bondsman. I'm done with you. You know, different areas you might not be able to do that. In my area where I'm at, you can. You can just call booking and say, hey, come get this guy. He's being uncooperative. I'm no longer bonding him, and be done with it. So get your information. Don't be afraid to be invasive, and don't be afraid to pick up the phone. If you feel like they're giving you a bad phone number on one of their references, or they're starting to make stuff up, pick up the phone. They put John Doe down as a reference. Is this John Doe? Okay, just checking. You know, they'll start freaking out when you start doing that. I don't typically do that if I feel like they're being forthcoming with me. But if I feel like they're getting squirrely, I'll look at them and say, look, I'm about to start calling these phone numbers and verifying they are the people that you say they are. So are you being straight with me or not? A lot of times I'll be like, man, I'm embarrassed. I don't want people to know what happened. Like, look, this is public record. They put out that newspaper every week of the arrest from the last week. People are gonna know. We can keep it as low-key as possible. There's a call. Anyway, that's all for now. Been the Bondsman, signing out.